Yeah, we're going to be live a little bit early today. Luckily, it's Labor Day. Slow day. No work. It's pretty good. Wait for a couple more people to show up. Grimaldi in the house. Mike Young. My first comment. Actually, it was the second comment after what's up. Let's go, Silver Days. What's up, Vlad? How are you? Happy Memorial Day if you celebrate. Math. I haven't looked at math in a while. I remember math had a monster run last year. Yeah. It did very good. Yeah, it went from 6 cents to 49 cents. Wow. Yeah, let's take a look at math for you. We're going to just get right into this, right? We're just going to jump right into it. So for math on the macro time frame, yeah, bearish under 14 cents, bullish over 24 cents. Unfortunately, we are macro bearish. As long as we stay under 14 cents, price action is bearish. We could even come back up to 14 and retest it and still be bearish. In terms of support, you can see we actually did hold the 786, so 10 cent is still support on the downside. And if it doesn't hold, then we are going to come back down to the lows. But as long as it does hold, then we don't have to worry about it. That's pretty much for math. That's pretty much it for math, not financial advice. Just my opinion. What's up, MLS? Let's go, CyberCurd. I feel it pump. I feel the pump coming soon. I hope so. Amp, please. Amp. The grind don't stop. You're right. Exactly. It doesn't. It's going to be about an hour stream, so I feel like that's perfect. I needed to take a break, and then I realized I have to live stream today because we have to live stream. I live stream every single day this month, so I needed to do it every single day this month. So yeah, grind don't stop. Zebik, baby, how's Zebik looking? So we could bring up Zebik too. At least the Zebik people are making money. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Wow. Up 380% in the last month. Randy says check Peanut. We could bring that up too. How's Peanut doing? Yeah, 31 cents. I mean, you're up 66% on the month. That's not bad, but we did drop a lot. Dogelon gang here. Let's go, Dogelon Mars. Echo YGO in the house. Best number one crypto. Keep saying crypto. Number one Edison and retro format YouTuber for Yu-Gi-Oh on YouTube ever. Echo YGO in the house. What's up, Free Lightning? Free Lightning in the house. All right, let's check AMP. Taking a look at AMP on the live stream. That's funny. I'm not actually making a video on AMP. Yeah, so AMP is still boring because we're stuck in resistance and support. Sorry, we're stuck in resistance on the macro time frame. So as of right now, you can see we did the last couple times we came down and we retested the 236. We did get a nice bounce. And so as long as it's over 36, then 65 is in play. We unfortunately got rejected twice right now from the 236. The first time we actually got rejected at the 618. So what we don't want to see now is making a lower high and getting stuck at the 382 and then making a lower low and then validating some sort of sick downtrend that's forming. But so far that we don't have to worry about that because as long as it's over 36, then 65 is in play. Once that breaks, you have resistance at 1 cent and 1 cent 60, which are both areas that we did get rejected at last time. But That's pretty much it for AMP. Now financial advice, just my opinion. Keep in mind AMP is going to be around a 16x back up to its all-time high. And then from the low to the high, you are looking at around a 50x if you got in at the lows. Now financial advice, just my opinion. Taking a look at Zebic, we actually did Zebic this morning. So Zebic is doing really good, but we don't have to... Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing much going on with Zebic. So our target on the upside is still valid for Zebic. It's 2009. So as long as we stay over the 236382 with any sort of correction, which does change when you're making higher highs because you're in price discovery mode for Zebic, as long as it stays over 33 and 24, then the target on the upside is still valid. But at any point, if we do fall below this area of support, then we are going to get a bigger move back down. And I'd say the top is in temporarily. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then peanuts. Well, actually, someone super chatted. So free lightning for 2 beans. Let's go. $2 beans, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Let's go. Is that a Shiba Inu? I like that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Let me know if there's any coins that you would like me to look at for you. And I appreciate the 2 beans. I really do. Elon Mars chart next. You got it. After Peanut. So let's take a look at Peanut, the squirrel. Where is Peanut the squirrel? Hold on. I guess it'll be this. Yeah, so for Peanut the squirrel, I think we're in resistance, right? Yeah, so we're in resistance. So we did get stuck at the 382. Unfortunately, we're making lower lows, which isn't actually a good sign. The downside, as long as it stays over 24, then you are going to get this continuation up. 37 would be in play, and then 78 cents. But if we look back and we never break the 382 at 37 cents here, then you're just going to get a slow bleed, and at that point, 24 cents needs to hold. Otherwise, you are going to come back down and retest these lows for Peanut the squirrel. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And good luck with Peanut. And free lightning, thank you so much for the 2 beans. DOGE Mars. Yeah, so nothing has changed with DOGE Mars. We've been saying the same thing for 2 years now. Unfortunately, DOGE Mars is bearish under the macro 236, which is at 6.015. As long as we're under this level and as long as it's under 6.020, then it is still bearish. This would be accumulation, okay? But on the upside, once we break 22, then 35 is in play, and then obviously the 618 at 6.077 would be in play from there. But that's pretty much it for DOGE Mars. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and that's pretty much it. What's up, Shadow Frost in the house? Let's go. Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, happy Memorial Day to you too. Can you look at Mooding and Width? Yes, I can. Whatever the chat wants to look at, I'm good for today. Just listening. Let's go. Thank you so much for that. Well, the chat says they want Mooding and Width. Yeah, so for Mooding... Yeah, so for Mooding, nothing's actually happening. I think we're just still stuck. So we're very bullish because we're over the 618 over 18 cents, which I think is going to fall into support. But we'll take a look at that. I think that does clearly coincide with the 236.382. But we'll take a look at that when we're looking at support. But on the upside, I mean, 32 cents, 69 cents, and then up to $6 is still in play right now for Mooding. Mooding's holding up extremely well, although it is kind of concerning that you double topped here. But as long as it stays over, yeah, around 18 cents, so 17 cents 60 to around 12 cents, so 11 cents 70, around this area, then you are looking at a continuation up, and both the targets on the upside are still valid. But at any point, if we do fall below this area, then we are going to get a bigger move back down. That's pretty much it for mooding. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then you want WIF. Yeah, WIF also. Yeah, I mean, WIF also had a really good move up. Yeah, so WIF looks like it got stuck at the 0.5. I don't know if it's because they released coins or not. But right now, $1.65 is in play, 263, and then 475. These are all areas of resistance. And then I'd say bullish over 86 cents, which I think might coincide with support. So it does. So you have support here at 98 to 78 cents. So 88 cents lands straight in the middle of that. So we could just remove that and say, as long as WIF stays over 78 to 98 cents, then the targets on the upside are still valid. But if it doesn't, then it is going to get we're going to get a bigger capitulation down. And generally we do this, we look at it this way when it's over the 382. If it's under the 382 on the macro time frame, bearish, not bullish, and we need to wait to see what happens. We can't there's no more support because unfortunately the price action is either bearish and you're going to be making a lower low, or we're not bullish yet because we're not over the 382. So that's pretty important to know. Cybercurd for 99 cents. Let's go. We got the 99 cent super chat one bean. Let's go. Hey, I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. And let me know if there's any coins you would like me to look at for you, Cybercurd. Review T-Bull on Tron. What is that? Oh, I'm not going to look at this. What is this? Some sort of... Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. I figured it's going to be a slow day. So I'm going to try to live stream for about an hour today. But I highly doubt... I mean, again, if anybody has Bitcoin, congratulations. But everything else, nothing else is necessarily moving right now. So everything else is really slow. I guess Mass Network's going up, but it had a really big move back down. So Pangolin's also doing pretty good. Can you clarify what the Binance Hot Wallet? What is the Binance Hot Wallet? I don't know, but look. So check this out. So OXC, the coin I'm in, check it out. So if you go to Etherscan and you go to holders, Binance has like so much OXT. Binance is literally the #1 wallet for OXT. Binance is literally buying, and it's on Binance. OXT is on Binance. But this is kind of how I compare it with, like, for example, Doge on Mars, right? So Binance Hot Wallet right now, Hot Wallet 20, is the #1 wallet for Orchid. So they're holding a lot of my coin, okay? It's currently listed on on Binance. Look, it's their #1, okay? And then Dogelon, it's funny because Dogelon also has, look, if you look on Etherscan, you could see that Dogelon has, yeah, there's the Binance, Binance Peg tokens. So that's different. I thought it was Binance Hot Wallet. That's why I thought it was, that's why I was like, wait a minute, there's a no-brainer. But yeah, you asked about Dogelon, right? Is Binance paying Dogelon or is it something else? Yeah, the Peg token wallet is something else. It's not the Binance Hot Wallet, so they're not trading it. So Binance right now is not trading Doge on Mars, if that's what you're asking. But I mean, I thought it was a hot wallet too, so I kind of, yeah, sorry, it's Peg tokens, so they're different. I guess I should have showed you the OXT wallet. I thought they were the same too until I actually looked at it. So is Binance buying Dogelon or is this something else? Yeah. You see, the thing is that it has no out wallet. It has literally no out transactions. So I don't know. I don't really know what this is. This has been going on since 841 days ago. So they've just been receiving so much money, and there has been no outs. There are no out transactions for the Binance wallet. So I don't know what this is used for. What's up, and sweet? How are you? Welcome to the 25% mark of the live stream. How's it going? D-Train, you want GME stock? Oh, nice. This doesn't look bad. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. Huh. Yeah, so okay, so this might be the top, but if it isn't, then I'd say for GME. Yeah, I'd say $46 is in play for GME right now on the upside. As long as yeah, so I say as long as it stays over 25 bucks on the downside, and if there's a healthy correction, then that's fine. You're still making a higher low. $46 is in play as of right now for GME stock. No financial advice, just my opinion. Zavik, AXL, and XDC, please. Triple tactics. Yeah, sorry, I thought it was named Hot Wallet. Freaking called Zoro, man. Just didn't buy it. I suck at this. Don't worry, I also suck at this. What is this? Oh, I looked at Vara. That's so funny. It's like I immediately thought, like I read your name and then I was like, oh, Vara. Zora. Yeah, but also, I mean, it's like, would you have sold it? You know? Yeah, sure. It went up a lot. Like it went up, what was it? I don't even know how many percent, what percent it is, but would you have sold it or would you have held it, right? Yeah, so for Zora, first of all, this coin is like super new. Yeah, I mean, it went up 49%. I mean, that is a really big amount, actually. But on the, yeah, like 50%, that's actually, if you didn't sell that, I would have just called, like, that would have been pretty brutal. So for Zora, I'd say, actually, should we make a video on this? No, I'm not going to make a video on this. Yeah, so for Zora, bearish under 1 cent, 20, bullish over 1.5 cents. And then, I mean, back to its all-time high, it's around only a 200% pump. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Did you see BSCN continuously posting about DOGE time to time? Who's BSCN? Gearhead is in the house. Everybody, quick. Let's talk about Gala. Like 50% I would have definitely sold, man. It's a trade. That's true. And it all happened in like, how long? Yeah, like you had 4 hours to get out. 50% in 4 hours, man. You turn $1,000 into $1,500. I'll do that all day. What's up, bro? Can you please take a look at Hash AI? Yes. What's up, M28? How are you doing? Is Doge doing good? I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I mean, it's still 22 cents. You said Hash AI. I need to just man up and buy the... Yeah, except OXT. Damn. Except OXT. Wow. That's messed up. You come in here and you talk down and negative about my coin? Virtuals and Arrow. And then what did that guy say? He wanted like 5 coins, right? We already did Zebic, so you can rewind it for that. And then we'll do AXL. and then we'll do XDC. Okay, that's enough coins. Let me start looking at these. Taking a look at Dogecoin, the good old Dogecoin. So it's not really doing much right now. On the shorter time frame for Dogecoin, as of right now, 29 cents is in play. We said we had resistance at 17 to 21. At this point, is flip support, and it doesn't matter because we could actually look at it as support, and it will coincide. So 19 to 22 cents is support for Dogecoin right now. For whatever reason, if we don't hold this area, we are going to go back down and probably retest the 236 on the downside, which is I think around 17 cents we set. So, but so far so good for Dogecoin. It does look like there is a continuation up right now, and as long as it stays over this box at 19 to 22 cents, you should be fine. Not financial advice, just my opinion. All right, let's see. Taking a look at Hash AI, yeah, nothing has changed from the last time that we looked at Hash AI. Right now, it looks like 308 is in play, so that's still the target. 2012, and then previous high is still in play right now. And then as long as you stay over the 236382, then the targets on the upside are still valid. So bullish over 2064 and then 48. Keep in mind that's what it did last time, and we got the really big move up. So here's a little bit of hopium for you. So we would have set the same thing here, and we came down, retested support. We never broke below support, and then we got this continuation up. So as long as it stays over this box, the targets on the upside are still valid. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Well, we could lie. OXC is the bomb. No, don't lie. You don't have to lie. It's not the bomb. I'll get my chance. I'll get my moment. Did I tell you I had a dream? I actually went to Vision's live stream today, and that's what I said. I said I had a dream, and I dreamt that OXT, like my account was at $71,000, so almost a 10x. And man, I woke up and I was like, oh, this is like the best feeling ever. But then I looked at my account and I realized that I'm still broke. So it's just unfortunate that, you know, the dream had to play me like that. The dream's probably laughing at me. Sucker. Anyway, so Tau. Yeah, we could look at Tau for you. Yeah, so virtuals, we actually made a video on virtuals this morning. So let's see. Yeah, virtuals is attempting to break out. So virtuals, red alert, we're about to break out. So we're over the 618 right now, very bullish. Right now for virtuals, 297 is in play, and then $5 is the target on the upside. And then if virtuals goes parabolic, then you are looking at up to $23. But we'll just have to reassess once we do get these breakouts. And then on the downside, the same is still valid. $1.50 to $1.17 needs to hold. As long as that does, then the targets on the upside are still valid. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Let's look at XDC for the gentleman who asked for XDC like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, XDC isn't doing that bad. It's just, unfortunately, it's still going sideways, right? So yeah, on the shorter time frame, XDC is bearish under 7 cents, 7 cents 40, and then 8 cents 50. This would be resistance. So if we do keep going down, this previous low needs to hold. Otherwise, the next major area of support for XDC is going to be, I guess here, it would be 4 cents 60. Non-financial advice, just my opinion. Hey, buddy. Let's see. Good morning, fam. Good morning, ambitious. How are you? OXT, let's go. I know, seriously, let's go. BSCN Crypto News Company, they have 1 million followers on Twitter. Man, and DOGE is still not doing anything? Come on. Taking a look at Axelar for the gentleman who asked for this about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, so nothing's bullish with Axelar. It's unfortunate you're just making lower highs. You're making lower highs and lower lows across the board. So for Axelar, if it needs to hold this previous low at 27 cents. If it doesn't, you're going to be doing the same thing. And then bearish under 46 cents. So that's valid as long as it's under 46 cents. And then bullish over 65 cents. So bearish under 46, bullish over 65. And then we need to get over, at least consolidate in the box. As long as we consolidate and stay over 46 cents at that point, we should be fine. But we do need to get back over here. Keep in mind that we can still come back up to 65 cents and be bearish. That would be confirming this downtrend too. You're making a lower high, and at that point you're probably going to go back down and make a lower low on the bigger time frame. No financial advice, just my opinion. OXC will go to the 1.60 fib level. Get wrecked, noobs. Yeah, it will. What would that be? 1618. It's like $5. Yeah, it's $6.76. I'd have like $1 million. Yeah, I'd have $1 million if that happened. But if I actually held it, I don't know if I'm gonna hold it that high. I don't think. Maybe like I'll hold 10,000, but even 10,000 is gonna be like 60 grand. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we still got Tau and Aerodrome Finance. So taking a look at Aerodrome Finance, it's still not doing much right now. Yeah, it's still not doing anything, but take a look at it for you. Yeah, so we are in resistance right now. At least you're not bearish. We are in resistance right now. On the downside, needs to stay over 45 cents, and we need to get over 62 cents. Once that breaks, you're looking at $1 being the next target, which is the 1618, $1.03. But as long as we are under 62 cents, it's not macro bullish, and 45 cents has to hold. At any point, if 45 cents breaks, then we are going to get a bigger move back down. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then let's look at Tau. Yeah, Tau's doing pretty good. So Tau, yeah, we're over the 618 right now. 540 is in play, and then 744 is in play for Tau, Bits, and Zur. And then on the downside, as long as it stays over 380 and 325, the targets on the upside are still valid. Not financial advice, just my opinion. I'm just chilling until the moon mission. Thanks for streaming, boss. Let's go. I know, seriously, right? Yeah, do you have any Swift coin or do you plan to buy it? No, but fun fact, Free Lightning, if you actually go on my channel and if you actually search Swift coin and then sort by newest to oldest, you can see that I was covering Swift coin when it was like at 201, right? Let me see. Yeah, yeah, I was covering Swiftcoin for back here, 201. So heck no, dude, it's up 10x. Same with Pangolin. Pangolin's the other one. Pangolin's the other one that I missed out on, unfortunately. But Swiftcoin's doing pretty good. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. XPR when you get a moment. I don't have a moment, I'm sorry. XPR. I feel like one day I'm just gonna be up in my, I'm gonna be at like, I'm gonna have like so much money in my crypto account. That's like the dream, right? That's the goal. Yeah, so for XPR, oh, it's actually macro bullish. Yeah, so as long as it stays over 203, the target would be 209. So very simple right now. It just depends on, so on the downside, once we break this, then we can look at support. But it doesn't matter right now because as long as we're over 3, then 209 is in play right now for XPR. So far, so good. Hopefully, we do get a continuation for on the upside. We do get a continuation to 209. Not financial advice, just my opinion. What's up, Night of Insomnia? What's up, folks? And sweet, thank you, Meow. You the man. Let's go. Thank you for that. Free Lightning says, yeah, I know. You've been covering it for a while. I'm surprised you don't have any. It's going up more, not financial advice. I believe it. I mean, Swiftcoin, do you remember? It was on Coinbase. It was like 5 million market cap, dude. Do you know how crazy that was? But you know what scared me? So true story. So I don't know if you have it on Coinbase, or I don't know if you remember when it was first listed on Coinbase, but they listed Swiftcoin, and then they listed Jupiter. So do you guys remember Jupiter coin on Coinbase? Do you remember what happened with that coin? So I was actually covering that too. You could actually search it on my channel. I was covering Swiftcoin, and that both were at like 5 million. And the reason why I was covering it is because both of those coins were extremely low market cap. And I was like, man, both of these coins are like 5 million, 6 million market cap coins, and they're on Coinbase. Like, it's a no-brainer, right? But what happened was they delisted Jupiter coin. So in my mind, I was like, dude, like maybe Swiftcoin's going to get delisted, right? Another one was the Uki. OOKI. Do you guys remember this? This one, Uki protocol. So now it's a 291K, but before it, when it was listed on Coinbase, it was, 11 million, 10 million, 8 million. I don't know if you guys remember. And then Coinbase delisted it and it went to 0, right? So this was another coin, and it got delisted. So I got scared. I was like, you know what? Like, I hate Coinbase. Like, I'm not gonna put money into these low market cap coins because they list them, they put them as experimental, and then they delist them, and then everyone loses their money. So that's what happened. And then what do you know? Swiftcoin actually made it out. Swiftcoin is now, Swiftcoin is now 141 million. But back here it was 4 million, 5 million, 4 million. So it literally did like a really big move up, But that's a true story. I hope that makes sense. What's up, Mark Z? Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, seriously, happy Memorial Day to you too, man. Slow day today. It's going to be a slow day for the next couple months until alt season starts, hopefully. We shall see. For the XPR chart, doesn't it look like a cup and handle? Yeah, XPR looks like it's going to explode, if that's what you're saying. Yeah. I don't really do patterns. I don't do cup and handles, and we could do uptrends and things like that. For me, it's mostly of like, if it holds this area, then this area is the next target. And if I'm up, then I'm not married to selling the top. I'll still take profits if I know that it's going to go back down. But yeah. Is anyone else looking at Doge bullish pennants? What's up, Jay Ford? Welcome to the halfway mark of the live stream. Elon gonna pump Doge soon? Nvidia earnings on Wednesday gonna be interesting. What's Nvidia doing? Nvidia. Yeah, wow. What a good buying opportunity at $86. That's not bad. Oops. Yeah, but it is making a lower high. So what is that? I mean, is it coming back up to... Yeah, it actually had a 786 retracement, made a lower high. NVIDIA is still very, very, very bullish right now. We'll take a look at it on the weekly. Yeah, NVIDIA is probably going to have a impulsive move up, actually. Yeah, so if NVIDIA has an earnings call on Wednesday, you are probably going to be looking at a really big move up. Probably all-time highs for NVIDIA. If the earning calls is good, obviously. If it's not, this thing's going to come back down. And we're not going to quite get a move up like this, like we got last time. Same follows here, where you get the last impulsive move up at the end when the stock RSI was extremely bullish. So, if it sucks, yeah, we're going to be making a lower high, and that's going to suck for everyone that's holding NVIDIA. So, what's up, Kat? What the heck is this? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, some people are asking for stocks. Stonks. I expect guidance to suck. Tanks this Wednesday. NVIDIA is in its own AI bull run. Seriously. Seriously. I'm learning to do something else. Look at something else when things aren't going up. Easy to psych yourself out of your bags. This is very true. But most people, it doesn't register with most people. And if you've never been in it, then you don't know. But if you have, which I'm assuming you have, then we can relate on that. You know, then it could be like, hey, I know what you're talking about. And I agree. But the thing is, don't do that. Like, don't say that and then go back to it, right? Don't look at it. If the market sucks, just put your phone away. You know how many times I've deleted, well, actually I deleted HODL app. So I don't even have HODL app. It's been over a month since I've had the HODL app. I don't have Gemini on my account, and I've deleted Coinbase multiple times. But the reason why I've installed it again, where I have it now again, is because it was going up and I was excited. I was like, oh, I want to make sure I have my phone up. But now it sucks, so like I should probably just delete it again because it won't even matter. But you're absolutely right. Don't look at it, and it should be fine. You don't want to look at your phone all the time. NVIDIA is big enough to move the whole crypto market. Yeah, imagine if OXT and NVIDIA have some sort of partnership. Dude, I'd be set for life. I would be done. I know, you know, Vision always says that he never wants to live stream again and he's always leaving and all that stuff, but I think I would still stay. I think that I would still do this if I was rich enough to actually retire, which I'm really hoping to get to in 2029. But if that happens, then I think that streaming, you know, once, twice, even 3 times a week and still making YouTube videos and just being a Bitcoin maxi, I think that itself will sell. I think like I would be known as like the guy who has Bitcoin. I'll just be another person that has Bitcoin and I'll be a Bitcoin influencer. Like, hey, yeah, these are the times to buy. This is when I'm buying. Kind of like Michael Saylor, but instead, like, I'm not going to buy at 100,000 Bitcoin. I'm not going to buy 100,000 Bitcoin, guys. Come on. I know nothing, by the way. You know everything. Only ever buy coins. Coinbase loves to alert every 5%, so they. Yeah, so I have that. I have custom notifications on Bitcoin for me. And yesterday when OXC went down to 5 cents 80, and now it's back up, I actually got notified. I was like, damn. Yeah, so like yesterday, it was literally at 5 cents 80. I guess it was more than yesterday. Yeah, it was the 25th. Yeah, it was yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, 5 cents 90. I was like, I just shook my head. I was like, all right, you know what, whatever. But dude, this move up on its own was massive, man. Like this move up right here took my account like up like a grand, 6%. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. I guess I got some money back. Like and subscribe by Silver Days. Let's go. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Best mod ever. Silver Days. When I make it, I promise I'll send you some. I know you don't like OXT, but you know, I hope you have Coinbase. If you have Coinbase, I'll send you something. It's usually the other way around, right? But I got you. You and Free Lightning. I just need to make it, man. Like when you see OXT at over 30 cents, like I'm gonna send you like $100 worth of USDC or something. Yeah, because 30 cents is, yeah, still a good amount. I don't know. I'm just saying numbers though, but you know. Best mods ever. Everyone says that. Others on the monthly, please. You got. I'll continue to do this even if I'm rich. Yeah, I would absolutely continue to do this. I think I enjoy watching and holding. I really wish I have no problem holding. I just wish I had bought Bitcoin and I actually held it. That's the only problem for me. But I will still do it. I think I would build a platform because even if I'm rich, I'm still gonna work. I want more money. What the hell? You think I'm gonna stop? You think I'm building this platform where I'm gonna stop? You think I'm gonna stop capitalizing on live streaming and capitalizing on the ability to be able to make money online? Absolutely not. But it's going to be kind of a pivot where it's going to be, hey, I have enough money now to be able to not work, to be able to have Bitcoin, and then to be able to become a Bitcoin influencer where it's like, hey, I'm just making Bitcoin videos. It's like daily Bitcoin videos, looking at a lot more indicators and making the videos a lot more than just 1 minute long, you know. That's the pivot. I said that to myself in 21, never over. Yeah, it's never over because we never made it because it's still not alt season. So we just never made it. We're still waiting. We're still in the waiting room. Yeah, agree. Streaming for fun versus doing it out of necessity is different. That's Vision's main job, so I can see how he's burnt out. I'm burnt out of my office job, so I get it. Yeah, exactly. You know, I work full time, so that's why on the weekdays I do 5 p.m. I didn't work today, but obviously I was gonna still live stream around 5 p.m. today. But as an example, just this month, like every single day I tried live streaming, and man, like I feel like I'm burnt out. Like, you know, next month I am still gonna live stream. I'm not gonna do it every single day, but I'm gonna go back to my normal Monday, Thursday, and weekend live streams. But every single day is very, very, very grindy, especially when it's slow like this and Bitcoin's at 109,000 and none of the altcoins are moving. It's just brutal, you know. The sentiment sucks. Like, not a lot of people talk. You know, there's just like a few people that talk, which is awesome. But a lot of people are here and they're just like, oh, my coins aren't going up. This sucks, you know. And it really does. It really does. It's unfortunate. It's just like, you know, we're always bearish, but we're not because Bitcoin's at 109,000. It's just we picked the wrong coins. Some people are doing fine though. Some people like that are in Zebic, congratulations, like you made it. People that bought Pangolin at 1 cent, people that bought Swiftcoin at 1 cent, 201, you guys are up over 10x right now. So congratulations. People that got into Onyx Coin, congratulations. You know, but we're just still in the waiting room, unfortunately. Gearhead wants others on the monthly, please. You got it. You don't want me to look at OXT anymore? Others on the monthly. Hold on. Weekly. We're still holding up pretty well on the weekly. And then monthly. Yeah, we're still green. Checking the RSI and the stock RSI. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Whoa, guys. Are we about to get alt season? Hey, this is actually really interesting. Thanks for pointing this out, guys. We actually might be getting alt season. We are about to cross. Stock RSI is about to cross the average, and then the RSI is about to cross the moving average. So what is this called? The golden cross, right? Boom, boom. You're gonna make that higher high finally. Oh man. This is well, thank you for showing me this, because that is very exciting right now. This is very exciting. Very exciting. I'm holding my SUI down to 330, I guess. What's SUI doing? Yeah, SUI is still macro bullish. You're over the 618, so 421's in play and previous highs in play for SUI. Keep in mind for support, we still have support at 345 to 302. So I don't know where you got 330, but yeah, as long as it stays over these levels, then it's still bullish. But at any point, if we do fall, then you are looking at coming back down to 2 to 244 for SUI. Maybe if you break the 382, sell and rebuy back in when it comes back down to $2, but not financial advice, just my opinion. We have to sell the news event on the 28th with Vice President Vance. What's going on the 28th? I actually don't know. So if you can tell me, that would be great. Oh, 330 is my average buy price. Bought a few dips above an initial purchase. Got it. Okay. So like, yeah, if you're breaking even, if you're like, hey, I'm over this, totally understandable. And you probably should, because then you're going to be psychologically healthier and you're not worried about losing money. That's one thing I absolutely hate, but that's why I don't look at my account, because the second I buy it or the second I bought, you automatically get like a minus 20%. And you're like, well, crap, if I had bought today instead of yesterday, I would have been up. That's happened to me so many times before. So I totally understand, but just gotta wait. Cookie Dow and Story IP. What's up, Audra? What's going on with President Vance, Vice President Vance on the 28th, Bitcoin conference in Vegas this week? President Vance was supposed to give us a late report on the BTC reserve. Okay, so then it's going to be in 2 days. So it's going to be Wednesday. Still hopeful for alt season like you guys. Yeah, there's no way we're not getting alt season. If we don't, I'd be very, 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 very surprised. So we gotta look at Story IP for the gentleman who asked for it. Yeah, Story IP, this is one of Coinbase new coins, so just be careful with it. And yeah, I guess let's look at it on the hourly, right? Yeah, so for Story IP, I guess we could say bullish over 434. 432 should take us to 547 previous high, $8, and then once this breaks, you're looking at up to $14 for Story IP. And then in terms of areas of support, again, we're looking at this on the hourly because this coin just came out recently. I'd say, yeah, $4, and then clearly we have support at 331. But that's pretty much it for Story IP. Not financial advice. You guys are due if you're waiting. I'm waiting since 2019, man. Luckily, I made money with Shiba and then I rotated more into OXT, but then I lost all that. Like, I'm still down that. So I mean, you gotta understand, if I was like, if I have 130,000 coins, and if I had even more coins uh, before the last pump up in November, which I sold, uh, and I was buying OXT at 20 to 30 cents, each 100,000 was like 30 grand, right? So overall, not good, but we're still here. We are still here. You guys are due if you're so, yeah, no, I'm waiting since 2019. Still hopeful for art season, alt season. What's up, Cat? Okay, so the other one was Cookie DAO. Like, what is this coin? Cookie DAO. Yeah, so for Cookie DAO, I think we got stuck at the 618. So congratulations to whoever sold that, because you made money. And then, yeah, so 31 cents is still the target on the upside. Once that breaks, you have 48 cents, and then previous high at 82 cents. For Cookie DAO, as long as it stays over, yeah, as long as it stays over 24 cents and 19 cents, then targets on the upside are still valid. At any point, if we don't hold this area, then we are going to get a bigger move back down. No financial advice, just my opinion. I'm just waiting for the $10 SUI, then I'm out of here. May rotate if it's that kind of season. Yeah, it's gonna make you think that it's that kind of season, and then you're gonna get chopped up, and then you're gonna lose your money. I'd say if you sell SUI at $10, man, don't look back, sell it, and come back here in 2 years, and we'll talk about Bitcoin at buying Bitcoin at good pricing. I'll sell you some Bitcoin at very good Bitcoin prices. What's up, Wick? How are you? What's up, friend? Long time no see, Wick. Dwayne Kelly in the house. Welcome to the end of the live stream. We're gonna be ending the live stream in about 7 minutes ish. So let me know if there are any coins you guys want me to look out for you. And yeah, we could take a look at it right now. I feel like I know your coin, Dwayne Kelly. It's Beam, right? Yeah, Beam's not doing anything. So unfortunately, Beam is still... Yeah, Beam's actually bearish under 208. So this previous low does need to hold. And then the target on the upside would be 1 cent. Needs to break, and then 1 cent 80 would be in play. Not financial advice. But yeah, unfortunately, Beam is still macro bearish because we're under 208. And man, I need to remember your coins. You see Beam and what other coin? Echo YGO in the house. Are you ready or what? Better come jump in the book of Ethereum. I'm not gonna jump on anything, but let's check book of Ethereum. Yeah, so wow. So for book of Ethereum, we actually held support. We broke resistance, came down, retested as support. Now we're making our way up to the 618 at 32 cents. 32 cents is the target on the upside. Once that breaks, you're looking at 84 cents, and then you are looking at all-time highs up to $3.56. Price discovery and all-time highs, 356. Not financial advice, just my opinion. We didn't have AI agents last cycle, so it really doesn't feel like the 100x ultra quantum AI bull run people were talking about back in 2017. Yeah, man, those days are over. Those days are over, man. There we go. Will explode tomorrow. Yeah, good luck, man. I really hope that works out for you. Yeah, so for PYR, yeah, this it's like the same song, right? You're listening to the same song. So, I mean, technically, you're still maintaining this uptrend, the some hopium for you on the very small time frame, but regardless, it's still bearish under 221, and then it's bullish over $4. So clearly, you have long ways to go. Keep in mind for PYR, it is a 40x back up to its all-time high. That is going to put the market cap around, what is that? So 50 million times 10, 500 times 4 is 2 billion. So it's going to be 2 billion, okay, market cap. And you can see that the highest market cap this has ever had was 788 million. So although the price is going to be the same, double top, the market cap is going to be extremely higher. It's going to be almost 2 to 3 times as high as last time. That's given that the price actually goes back up to $41. So keep that in mind. Not financial advice, just my opinion for PYR. And then your other coin was FitFi. And he super chatted. Let's go. Hey, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Let me like that. There we go. FitFi, another. Yeah, I mean, this is all the way. This is all the way at its lows. So, I mean, this is kind of gambling, right? But I mean, if this is life changing too, though, right? Yeah, it's a 400x back up to its all time high. So 400x would be 60 million, 600 million. It would be like a 3 billion market cap, and the highest this has ever been was 30 million. So, but 3 billion isn't that crazy. So 3 billion market cap isn't that crazy. I mean, if all these meme coins with no utility can do it, there's no reason why FitFi can't. So for FitFi, nothing is bullish. Our target is still the same at 2058. You can't break this low, otherwise you're going to be making a lower low. And then on the upside, 1.5 cents. But if we look at this, man, and if it's at 1.5 cents, which is already 800%, you should probably theoretically take some, not financial advice, but what I would do is definitely take some profit on the way up, which would be this. You don't want to come back up here and get stuck. And I think that's what happened last time. Last time you didn't even come up to the 382. You just got stuck at resistance and then fell back down and made a lower low. So same thing as follows here, right? 2056.14. If you see it anywhere in this box, maybe take some profits or get your money back and then let the rest ride. Okay. So not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you so much for the 5. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Let's see. Bitcoin 115K tomorrow. I wish. I mean, it's not that far off. That would be sick, though. We need Bitcoin to stay under 130,000 until June. It's for the best. Microsoft owns 500,000 Bitcoin. Damn, that's a lot of Bitcoin. Supply keeps going up. Yeah, that's unfortunate for PYR. But again, it's almost fully diluted, and at this point, it's so little bit that it doesn't really matter. Like, you're looking at $7 million out of a fully diluted 57 million. So at this point, I mean, you're already. Does it even tell you? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you're 86% diluted right now. So very little bit of percent is left for dilution, just FYI. So not that crazy. We've been live for about an hour now, so I think we're gonna. This is gonna be the closing statements of today's live stream. I hope everyone has a great Memorial Day. Dwayne Kelly, thank you so much for the 5 super chat. I really appreciate that. I hope you're having a great Memorial Day. I hope everyone's having a great Memorial Day. Imagine someone selling at that price. No. Yeah. Yeah, so with that being said, I just want to say None of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes, nothing more. I will be going live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Again, we will end out this month going live every single day, 5 p.m. on weekdays, and weekends will be obviously morning time. But thank you so much for all the super chats and everything. Have a great day. Have a great Tuesday tomorrow, the start of our week, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream.